Hey, folks, how you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. It's on a Wednesday night. And turn this music down a little bit. Tonight we're going, looks like I'm live according to YouTube. So fantastic. If you caught me live on the Facebook app, or if you caught me live over on, say, Twitter or the Paranormal Radio app, I'm going to dedicate this show to Vault, Lakea, and their late aunt, Brenda Lee. So, folks, if I got a couple, if you would please, I don't want anybody to donate to me or anything like that. If you're going to donate to anybody, donate to Vault, because his aunt and her aunt have passed away unexpectedly here recently. And definitely need to send prayers out to them. And if you feel necessary, go out there and help out. Because Brenda apparently, before she had an unfortunate passing away, I think it was this Sunday, gave up her burial insurance to help take care of Jeremy's father, her ex-husband. And that was unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So I want to post the Cash App for the Vault and Lakea. I did not tell them I was going to do this, so. But please, if you got it to spare or whatever, if you feel the need, donate to Vault and Lakea. Help out with that. Hey, Big John, what's up? Nickel. Let's see. Oh, we got Wendy in here. Miss Wendy, feel free to drop those links or whatever you want to do. I'll just give you a wrench in there. But tonight is call-in night, 931-994-6917. And that's what we're going to probably be doing for the rest of the evening. Just a second. I got some new flavored water. Lemon. So how you guys doing? I just got off the phone with my sister, and she told me some crazy stories. Oh, man. Please check my messenger. Okay. I will. Oh, okay. I will have to teach you, Wendy. Definitely. I'll have to teach you how to drop a link. You have to copy the link that, I don't know if you can right click and copy. I don't know what you got, or if you're doing it from your phone or whatever, you can long press and say copy a link, and then you can paste it into the chat window and hit enter, and that should pop it up. So there you go. Cool background. Hell yeah. Put that up for one certain person that loved it. So, and there you go. Pull up Vault's PayPal here just in case. Actually, I got it in my copy paste app. So you're on the iPad, so you just long press the links that I'm about ready to paste here. I'll paste them one more time, and I'll say copy for that PayPal link there for Vault. And then let's see, what are we doing over here? The Cash App. What I would do if I were you, just open up in the browser so you can go back and forth and paste it as you need to. So, but prayers out for Vault and Lakea and Jeremy and his boy and their family, all their family. They're going through a hard time losing unexpectedly Brenda Lee, Vault and Lakea's aunt and Jeremy's mom. Hate that for him. But there you go. All right. And then I'll get old Vault of Nightmares here on just a second. His main channel. features and stuff. Pop that in there. Thank you, Casual. Thank you, Jenny. Hey, what's going on there, Yukon Sam? All right. I was trying to talk my sister into coming on. I don't know when I'll be able to get her on, but she sort of tentatively agreed to come on and tell some ghost stories. And she don't pull no punches, I can tell you that. She'll call a strike, and a ball. And that's about it. So she told me about this demon that followed her around for a while. And I've heard this story a couple of times. But it was crazy. Jay Jones, what's up? Hope everybody's all right. I just noticed that Ohio, parts of Ohio, middle Ohio, got hit with some tornado warnings and watches and stuff earlier today. Hopefully everybody's okay over through there if you are in the Ohio Valley. But there you go. All right. So what do you want to talk about until the first person calls? Open line tonight. Let's see, 4 minutes before the show, but the show started, so 931-946-917. If you want to be a part of the show, please call in. If you want to say a tribute to Walt and Lakea over Brenda Lee, passing of Brenda Lee, you can certainly do that. No problems whatsoever with that. So we'll do that. Any angel stories? Yeah. Personal ones, or ones within NDE. There's two I have been writing about, and I have not made it public. Other than I've kind of touched on it in my community posts, but I don't think I'll wait till the book comes out and see how that gets out there. Hannah B, how you doing? Glad to see you here. But let's see. Throughout my career as a respiratory therapist and into sleep lab arena and all that stuff, I had the occasion to witness more than a handful of people passing. And I hate to bring this up, but it might help somebody. I don't know. It definitely. Well, Hannah, I appreciate you catching me live. Always at work. Wow. I'm assuming that you're at work or not at work. So I'll just pick out my brother. My late brother passed away in September of 2019. Yeah, 2019, and he wound up the night before. Spent the last few days with him before he passed away, and that night he saw angels galore and people that he apparently knew and waved at him and said, oh hi," like he hadn't seen him forever. So there's one good angel story. Let's see. My dad, according to my sister, he used to be a welder and made some odd money here and there. Probably when I was about 13 or so, 14, he was welding on a coal truck up on the hill, up actually probably about 200 yards, 300 yards in that direction. And the coal truck had, the front wheels were off. And he was up underneath the coal truck with stilts on, welding. I don't know exactly what he was welding. It was part of the frame. And when you have welder's mask down, you can't see nothing unless you're sitting there welding. You can see the arc of the welder, light up and you can see where you're seeing. But other than that, with the face mask down, there ain't nothing you're going to be able to see. Unless you're staring directly at the sun, then you might be able to see something. Hey, Z-Wiki, what is going on? Where are you located tonight, Z-Wiki? Did you ever get your load figured out? Oracles and Beyond. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate it. But Dad said to my sister, I never heard him tell me this story, but he did tell my sister this, so I absolutely believe her. And he said he kept seeing flashes of lights, like something was walking by very bright. Caught his attention a couple times, and third or fourth time he said, "Well, I got to figure out what this is." And he's up underneath his coal truck with the wheels off on stilts, and he got out, took his welder's mask off, stood up, and looked, and he saw this 10-foot tall angel standing before him. Of course, it spooked the living crap out of him. Wings spread out, and he lost his footing, and on his ass he went. And also the coal truck that was up on stilts smacked to the ground, right where he was laying underneath the wheel well. So evidently, he got saved by a angel. So how's the audio? Audio okay? So, 8 p.m. I'm on Central Time. Well, that's cool. I run the show off of Central Time just because it's old habit from with messing with Dark Waters and his network and everything's run off Central Time because of being in New Orleans, based out of New Orleans. So, Trina, what's up? Hey, you got to call in, Trina. You said you've got a couple of ghost stories to tell. I'd love to hear your ghost stories. 931-994-6917. I could call in. Down here one more time. And of course, Violent Nightmares. I think a couple people, casual GNA, GNA's posting a couple of links there. All the donations, please go to the Violent Nightmares for their late aunt. And Jeremy's mother passed away, I think, Sunday, unexpectedly, and she did not have any burial insurance. So, they're taking little donations to help out with the burial expenses and stuff. So, I think that is the best thing I can do. So, hopefully, if you are the person that likes to pray, if you feel like you're moved to pray, say a prayer for Violent Nightmares and their family. Which actually, I need to say a prayer. Oh, just a second. Help me, I ask our Lord Jesus Christ and our Heavenly Mother Mary that if it be in accordance with your holy will, that all curses, evil, demonic involvement, and or attacks being sent against us be blocked and be sent back from whence it came. Please bless Jeremy, Walt, Lakea, and all our family, and help them through this transition with Brenda's passing. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. So there you go. Bass, what's up, buddy? I sent you an email if you want to come in. Actually, let's just do this. I'll go ahead and hit this up right here. Copy. If you want to pop in and say howdy, here is the link. I forgot about that. I can actually pop that link in. All you have to have is a microphone. You don't have to show your face, but if you're on your smartphone, it will give you a few options. You just got to okay that program to access your microphone or your camera or both. But you definitely have to have a microphone. But there you go. Gene, what's up, buddy? Hey, add me a Thoria. Did you ever get that camera thing over at Vaults figured out? But yeah. Crystal, what's up? So, you want to hear ghost stories? You want to hear my near death experience, which I'm not going to really talk about what I wrote today. Today was kind of a short, sweet sock goblin. Doing all right. How are you? Can't complain. Today was a short and sweet. I probably got maybe 2 pages, not quite, out in writing, and I started writing about my interactions with the devil. All right, brother. If you want to, go right ahead. Take your time. Big Cole wants ghosts. Okay. 1 if you want NDE. 2 if you want ghosts. 3 if you want anything else. Got Vault's camera figured out. I have to decide when I want to watch it. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Ecstatic. I have less than an hour left on my vacation. Is that an hour left on your vacation or left to go on vacation? The ecstatic part kind of doesn't fit there for me, but oh yeah. So 2 for big coal, 5 for woods. And what's a 5? When in doubt, pick D or E. E. 5 to E. So when in doubt, vote ghost stories. It's a rainy night and perfect for those. Okay. 2, anything is good with me. All right. Let's see. Ghost stories. All right. Primal Cry. Hey, I think I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. It took me totally out of the studio. I need to quit playing around with that freaking mouse like that. Be a good mouse tonight. But all right. Here's one. Something stuck in my teeth. Sorry about that. Uh my grandmother, God rest her soul, she used to bug the living crap out of us as kids. Scare us to death when we'd go over there and stay the night with her, and we loved it. But she would tell all kinds of crazy ghost stories. Thought Shawn was abducted. Actually, mm, according to my sister, if my dad was alive right now, he would say that he was abducted twice. And there was one story that actually was 2 stories. I kind of piled them in together, and the one with I'll tell this story, and then I will separate the story. I've already told the story, as one big story. Thought it would happen the same night, but it was not. So, my dad told my sister, which I remember this story because I remember my dad yelling out in the middle of the night. We used to live in this trailer court that was lined on 2 sides by a big ass cemetery. And one night, my dad was asleep, and he said he saw this gentleman walking through the hallway toward his bedroom. And the next thing you know, I hear my dad saying, "Who the hell are you in my house?" Flip the, hey, big, there's Lakea. What's going on? Yeah. Big Cole, if you want to call in, share your story, you can. Just a second. Let me see if I can. But that's where that particular story ended, according to my sister. I actually talked to my sister today. She wound up separating the story right there. Instead of having one night of Dad walking out and falling orbs all over the place. Actually, was in 2 separate nights. And I think my dad actually did go outside, but my sister says that no, it was another night. But in my version of the story, Dad went out of the trailer after he saw this big guy walk through and say, "Hey, who the hell are you?" And walks through the end of the trailer and walks outside. Dad, from what I remember, wound up leaving the house, and I remember him saying that. Hey, look here. Definitely, if you want to, I'll end this. Hold the story right there. Lakea and Vaught has lost their aunt, and Jeremy, his mother, Brenda Lee, here recently, tragically and unexpectedly. And they're taking donations to help cover burial expenses. So if you'd like to, donate anything that you can spare or whatever, donate to the Vault of Nightmares and Lakea for their aunt's Brenda Lee's funeral arrangements and stuff. So if you'd like to do that, I appreciate it. Definitely. But there you go. Nickel, what is going on? Now, back to the story. My dad, what I remember of this, he walks outside that same night after he sees this ghost come through, walk through the back of the trailer. Then winds up going outside, which I remember that. So, kind of hit and miss whether or not if my memory's correct or my sister's correct, but I'll err on the side of my sister probably remembers it correctly. At least. But he goes outside and this thing turns into an orb, this ghost. And it goes in every trailer on the side of the trailer court. There's 2 sides, double rows of trailers lining the entire span of the trailer court. Goes in one end of the trailer, and he said you can see it go through the trailer, soft glow, and pops out, circles around, and goes into another trailer and copy and paste all the way up to the end, and then it floats off into the woodline. Now, that's my version. My sister's version was this happened on 2 separate nights. He woke up with orbs outside the trailer, and it woke him up. Same scenario there. Goes from one trailer to the next. Now, how much that is, I don't know. All I remember, we kind of agree on, the 2 instances. Just that I thought it was in the same night. My sister says no, it was on 2 different nights. Which fair play. That was probably 45 years ago. Something like that. No, 47 maybe, 48, 47 at least, at most. There you go. Hey, Red, what's up? How you and a little bit doing? 931-994-6917. Don't leave me hanging now. Call in. This wouldn't be a show, would it? Sorry about that. I gotta get something to drink here. Boy. First good warm day of the year. 71 degrees here. High winds and some rain. Holy cow. I don't know what I'm doing, but this thing is not looking for me. It's not working for me, whatever. Buffering for you. So you guys see me or not? Yeah, I went out again. I accidentally hit that magic mouse the wrong way. She's sensitive tonight. Don't be messing with my mouse. Oh yeah. Call in with any paranormal experiences. Reach down. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Nicole, you should have some paranormal experiences, shouldn't you? Losing me on and off. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Well, I'm accidentally bumping myself out of the studio, out of the backstage, and totally out of the program, and I have to go right back in. So hopefully, this will be all right. Big Cole, if you want to call in, I'd love to hear you. All right, I got a phone call. Hold on just a second. All right, unscreened caller, you're live on air. What's your name and where you from?
This is Don Johnson from East Texas.
Don, what is up with you, brother?
Oh man, just sitting here at work and listening to the program. I call in and help things get started. I've only got a few ghost things that happened in my life, but I'll share them with you nonetheless.
All right.
When I was about 12, 13 years old, I was asked to do some babysitting for a lady next door for my aunts, and we go to my aunt's up in Tyler, Texas, and visit with her every so often. And the neighbor had a couple of small kids that were, I don't know, between 6 and 8 years old. And so the parents wanted to go out that night, and I agreed to babysit. So me and the kids had a pretty uneventful evening. About 10 o'clock, we were sitting on the couch. My stepdad had actually walked over to check on me and the kids, make sure everything was going good. And so we were sitting there and looking at TV, and we heard something. And what we heard was a voice. And what it said was, it said, "Hey, Joe." And I said,
Okay.
I don't know if I heard that or not. And then it said, "Hey, Joe." So I looked over at my stepdad and I said, "Did you hear that?"
I don't know if I heard that or not.
"Yeah, I heard that." I said, "Well, what do you think it was?" He said, "I don't know." So we got up and looked. The kids were scared, and so I said, "You guys just sit here. I'll flip it over on the cartoon channel, and we'll be right back. I'm just gonna walk in here to the kitchen. Be right back."
All right.
So anyway, my stepdad and I walked in down the hall, and when we got in by the basement, it was really, really cold in there. This was the middle of the summer. It was like 85 degrees in the house. They didn't keep their air conditioner down very cold. So when we got in by the basement door, it was right where that cold air was, and man, it was really just frigid right there. And so we walked around, looked, and we couldn't find anybody anywhere through the house. I mean, we looked all through the house and checked all the rooms and sat back down. And I asked him, I said, "You're not going to leave me here, alone, are you?" He said, "No, I'm going to stay here with you." And so went and put the kids to bed, and got them off to sleep, and went back and was sitting on the couch, and I dozed off, and couldn't have been very long. He was gone. So I was sitting there by myself, and I was thinking, what in the world? I'm sitting here by myself and got something talking, and I can't figure out what it is. I was scared out of my mind. And but we walked around. I walked around the house and kept checking the doors and the windows, and it was always cold back there by that basement. But the parents finally showed up just after midnight, and as soon as their lights, hit the front door, I was walking out the front door. I said, "Hey, you guys got something going on in the house?" And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I heard something said, 'Hey, Joe,'" and they looked at each other and they said, "Oh, well, I guess we should have said something." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Well, her dad's name was Joe, and her parents died in this house."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, so what are you saying?" He said, "Well, we think that sometimes one of them gets to looking for the other one." and they left it like that, and I left. So that was all that I experienced with that. And the next morning, I went to I was at my aunt's house, and I told her what was going on. And she had said that they had paranormal things going on over there, and they had experienced out of body voices and stuff like that. So, but they didn't bother telling me about it before they asked me to babysit. I wish they would have.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but as far as ghosts, that's not the only ghost story that I've got. But I figured I'd call in and share it.
Oh, what other ghost story you got? I love a good ghost story.
Well, no, that's the only one that I have.
Oh, well, that's the only one. Oh, okay. All right. So how's the oil field? Are you still finding those Bigfoot signs and whatnot?
Well, the signs are still out there. I haven't seen anything fresh. I think I told you I'd put some Mardi Gras beads out there on that one location, and nothing so far has messed with those beads yet. But it's been probably a week, I guess, since I've been out there, so I need to go out there and check on it. But so far, nothing new. Not heard anything or seen anything with that, so it's just steady as she goes. So we'll just have to wait and see what we run across. Never know. It's kind of like playing poker. You never know what hand you're going to be dealt.
All right. Wow. Well, hopefully you won't walk up on one and spook the shit out of it and scare you.
Well, if I do, I wear a body cam, so we'll get a picture of it if I do.
Well, there you go. There was a guy in North Carolina. What was that guy's name? Levi. He said he got fired from at a shop that he used to. That shop used to produce models for the next generation Star Trek.
Oh goodness.
And he said he actually called in a couple times and said that he took his then girlfriend out, or ex-wife, a significant other, out, and they were at a bonfire out there by his workplace, and he heard a baby crying, and he got up to go look and see what was going on. And what in the heck's a baby being crying out in the middle of North Carolina woods where there shouldn't be? And he walks out there, and he had his girl in tow, and came upon two Bigfoot and a baby. Spooked the shit out of spooked the shit out of both the adult Bigfoot. But I could see if the baby's crying in the middle of the night, they are all over. Their attention's on the baby, not everything else. So, and then he called in a couple of times, and he said, "I wonder if they would remember me if I go back out there." But the next day, he actually told the story at the workplace, and he got fired for telling the story.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Well, some people don't take to learning about things very well. In fact, most people think that they don't want to know that things are real. In fact, that's kind of my wife's stance. She supports me in the knowledge of what I've experienced, and I've shared that with her. But she said that she would rather just believe that they're not real versus that they are, so that she can live her life without worry and fear of going outside and something in the dark.
A boogeyman come out.
I understand. Ignorance is bliss. It's okay. But in my mind, I'd rather know, so be more prepared for what might be there.
Oh man, I had a conversation with my sister probably about an hour ago. Yeah, something like that when we ended, and her boyfriend was like, "Hey, Shawn, you want to go get a Ouija board and do a seance?" I was like, "Buddy, I am not going to touch on those things." And he said, "Oh yeah, let's do that." I said, "You can take that board and you can go out in the middle of woods in Kentucky somewhere without me, and have that. I don't want any part of it."
Right. That's right. You're playing with a loaded weapon there.
Oh yeah, my sister's like, "No, you're not. You ain't bringing that crap in my house."
No.
So
no, that can be a very dangerous thing, playing with a Ouija board. People just have no idea how dangerous they really are or can be. What can come through? You never know what you're dealing with.
Right. He was saying, I've never seen anything. And my sister was like, oh, yeah, you have. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I kind of remember that. And then he kind of shut up about what he'd seen or what he didn't see. So my sister had an occasion with her ex that they were in the living room and you could see clean through their into the dining room, or into through the kitchen into the dining room from the living room, and said you could see a piece of paper towel being pulled off the roll, ripped off, and then laid on the counter by an unseen hand.
Oh goodness. Man, it's all kinds of things that happen in this world.
Yeah, I had to. He's like, nothing's going to happen. And I said, Shawn, have you ever had anything happen to you? He said, yeah. And I was literally, doing my little thing to get prepped for this show tonight. I said, within about a foot and a half of where I am, I got pushed from behind in my wheelchair by an unseen hand. He's like, no shit. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, oh, if I go down there, they wouldn't mess with me, would they? And I was like, I don't know. Don't piss them off.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, there you go. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish I had more ghost stories to tell you, but I don't really have anything in that realm that I can talk about other than.
Well, it doesn't have to be ghost stories. It don't have to. It can be anything that's new. If it's true and it's unusual, I'd like to hear about it. So if you got any other stories, go ahead. If not, fantastic talking to you.
Well, I think we'll have to pass for the evening simply because I'm at work and I've got a lot of stuff stacked up here. I've got to get squared away, but
right.
I just want to try to call and get things moving.
All right, I appreciate you, Don. You have a good one, buddy.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
All right. See ya. All right, that's Don Johnson. Yeah, he's called in a couple times, sent me some stuff in email showing what's going on over there in Texas on that oil field that he's working in right now. Crazy. But let's see. We got Grey Wolf Paranormal, Nickel, Big Cold Wiki. Let's see. The Lakea Show, Miss Lakea. And Sue Marquetta. Marquita. Sheila Carr and a whole host of others. Johnny, what's up? And who else is in here I have not said hello to? Red's already said hello to, and all those fine specimens. So, anyway, what have you guys been doing? What are you drinking tonight? Crap. I left my freaking coffee, man. Larry and Candace, what is going on with you? Appreciate you showing up there. I had a cup of coffee I made to bring in here, and it's sitting on under my Keurig right now. Damn it. Oh well. Them's the breaks. I hate warming up coffee, and I hate cold coffee, so I just wasted a whole freaking cup of coffee. Oh well. It is what it is. Dadgummit. So, let's see. Who is in here? Darkwood. Yeah, there's Darkwoods. And who else did I miss? Let me scroll through here. Pretty cool. All right. So, will not mess with boards. Oh, hell no. Nope. Used to live with this practicing witch, and she had some angel oracle cards and some other stuff, and I would never allow her to get my coffee. Nah. I'd have to put this show on hold. I couldn't do that. And it's all the way on the other end of the house. It's not just like I can reach over and say, "Hey, it'll take me about 3 minutes to do it." But nah, I ain't doing that. I never let anybody read me at all until actually Danielle Diva Borzan actually allowed her to throw some cards for me. And Nickel says I use oracle cards. There you go. I can see where, some people's got gifts, and I absolutely believe there's people out there that has gifts and that can do that. But there you go. And of course, Marquita is about ready to go get some coffee, like rubbing it in. Crazy. Well, anyway, been writing about my near-death experience. Today, who is? Oh, there you go. And it's been about probably about 3-4 weeks since about 3 weeks since I wrote about my conversation with the devil. And the stuff I've been writing about for the last week and a half kind of pushed me toward saying, well, it's about time for me to start writing about it again. Wrote about a page and a half to kind of set the stage of the conversation. The first word that came to my mind, remembering, I typed it out and I said, damn, I can't write no more. And that's it. I'll probably write some tomorrow, but the word, which I'm not going to reveal tonight, you can guess if you want to. I might say something if you're right or wrong, but there was one word, that damn thing said to me, and it stopped me from writing. I was like, nope, I can't go any further. Not today. But having water. Is it still raining down there, Sue? You said something about there was some rain on the horizon or something like that around your area, down in the outback. We have a bunch of restaurants called the Outback, and they got the Blooming Onion. Oh, I got another call. Hold on just a second. Okay, unscreened caller, you're live on air. What's your name and where you from?
Hello, Shawn. This is Big Cole.
Big Cole, what is going on with you, brother?
Oh, not too much. How are you doing, brother?
Can't complain. Kind of down and out a little bit about Walt and Lakeia and Jeremy's mother / aunt passing away a couple days ago. But
Absolutely.
oh yeah,
Absolutely. Well, I called in for a story.
All right, what kind of story you got for us?
It's a angelic story.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
All right.
Probably roughly about a year ago. Found out I was a new diabetic and was taking all these medications and trying to adjust the diet and everything to fit to the diabetes, and wasn't going too well. And I had stopped taking all the medication, and got to where I wasn't feeling too well, and kind of had a argument with God, and word to the wise is something nobody wants to do.
Okay.
So I had this experience. I said I started having some severe stomach pain and everything, and I prayed for a couple of days. Then after a couple of days, this is it. If this is the kind of life that I'm supposed to have, well, why don't you just come and take it? And eventually, I don't know if I passed out or fell asleep, but it was for probably a good 16 hours. And when I woke up, for lack of a better term on describing, I guess I would say I was resonating.
Okay.
And I started getting like some flashbacks of my life as a child. I was probably 5 to 7 years old, and when how your parents do everything on the weekends back in the oh god, this will reveal how old I am, but back in the 70s, everybody would wash and wax the cars on the weekends, and
All right.
I was out there with my father, and I had some friends across the street, and they called me over there, and I went to run over there and ran right in front of a car and never got touched. Ended up on the other side of the street, and this is just, like I said, this is things that's just being shown of a past life. And my dad came over there to pick me up and wanted to whoop me, but for some reason I didn't get whooping that time. And then I started getting other things of people that were in my life, and it made a big impact and difference in my life. And it's kind of hard going back a little bit. My mother had to have a triple bypass surgery when I was in high school, which led to me coming out of high school early because I had to help care for her. And about 10 years later, she passed away.
Wow.
And I had other people sent into my life that was every bit as a mother to me as mine was, and had no reason to be. And I was just getting all these reminders of all this, and I started thinking to myself, like, well, yeah, I guess I have thought about myself a lot, and I've been selfish, and I'm not grateful, and thank you for showing me this because it's a lot to be grateful for. And I even got more than that. I got taken somewhere where like everybody is like one collective conscious, and I can't describe the peace that you feel there because it's like pure euphoria.
Right.
And I was able to. I got shown a lot of things, and I got shown a lot of things that, I mean, like multiple lifetimes within seconds. It's just all this stuff coming seemed like at the speed of light. And from there, I had I'm just on the phone. I'm sorry I'm not on the computer because
That's all right.
was on Twitter for a while also. And I would type all these things, and I typed some things towards the president, towards Joel Osteen. I was shown all kind of things. It was phenomenal. I was shown there's codes and music. But I believe the whole point to it all was that I was living a life that was more self-serving and not enough praising.
Right.
And I certainly have had my share of help from people, and I've been helping people as much as I can ever since.
So, have you ever, made a decision that you felt was, given to you by God, and God reinforced that decision by doing something for you, or made a sign that says, "Yeah, I did the right thing"?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh. Do you have for instance, this happened, I made this decision, and then all of a sudden this happened?
Well, certainly. I was obviously when all this was occurring and everything, I was in a low place.
Right.
But I started. I mean, you could look and see everything, and that's not the type of seeing that I'm talking about. But I guess I started seeing things with more discernment, and it was overwhelming. And I was online one day, and this lady popped up on there, and all she did was ask anybody if they could say a prayer for her daughter and her grandchildren because the father had committed suicide.
Oh, geez.
And this, she sent that out, and it's like hundreds of people there. Everybody ignored and overlooked that, and it to be honest, it fueled my anger, and I reached out to her and told her, look, I would be more than glad to say a prayer for your family. If it's anything else I could do, maybe we could start a page or something to, get your daughter and your grandchildren some help or anything, just feel free to let me know.
All right.
And yeah, that's kind of where it started, because I had, you have a notion of doing things, and that's one thing. But then out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere, something you can't explain is what I mean by that. The funds come to you to do this, and I don't know. It's just it's a lot.
True. So, wow. Well, I'm glad that you told us this angel story. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I mean, I've called and talked to you a couple times.
Yeah.
And I enjoy your show. I enjoy all the people here in the panel. God bless, and I love you all just like family. Vaught and Lakea, I'm sorrowful. I feel it with you. I don't have the words, but you all mean so much to me. I had originally gave this story to Lakea because I trust Lakea.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust you too. But I had gave this story to Lakea, and it's kind of more to it, but I'm kind of nervous. And
Kay is better looking than me, so I get the whole give it to her. So yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
That's Lady Vaughn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing you don't do is cross Lakea. Yeah, it's good to have you on her side, but you don't get on the other side of the fence with her. That's for sure.
Oh no, absolutely not. But, absolutely not.
Yeah, there you go. But wow, I appreciate you calling in, Big Cole. Anytime you want to call in, hopefully it was a little bit easier this time to talk than the last couple.
It's getting easier and easier, and yeah, I have some more stories, and I know I'm the guy that said, hey, let's do some ghost stories, but I kind of been wanting to get that out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
first ghost story that if I said, hey, Big Cole, first ghost story comes to your mind, what would it be?
Well, my parents used to talk about ghost stories all the time. I guess back in the day, my father's younger brother, and I I'm a truck driver. You already know that, and I'm
Mhm.
everywhere. But I actually reside in Indiana. My dad's baby brother was um, coming to Indiana to get married, and um, my dad, my mom, and I guess us kids. I don't know if I was born yet or not, but they were at his sister's house, and um, he was waiting for him to do whatever he had to do and come back, and um, they were partying, and my aunt lived probably about 60 yards back behind her house was a railroad track, and our dad told us that he had drank too much and went over by the railroad tracks. He was getting sick.
All right.
And he saw this guy walking down the railroad track. He kept looking, and was like, well, he's walking weird. He said the guy got up to him, excuse me, reached into like his shirt and had like his collarbone and said, could you please hold this for a minute? And disappeared. And the following morning, the sheriff came to their house, and his baby brother had got decapitated. They got hit head on by a semi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, is that place still haunted, or just that one off?
I would say probably still.
Oh, okay.
I would like to revisit and actually find out. I would say pretty much still. Like I said, he had went over into Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Had probably about $1,500 on him, and was gonna marry his bride there. And now this is, I guess it was like two other people in the car with him, like the best man and maybe another relative. I wasn't, never confirmed anything on that. But they all three had got decapitated, and you got 3 decapitated bodies there, and somebody helped themselves to his money.
Well, yeah, I would assume that would be probably if somebody was of ilk to have an opportunity and take it. They took it, unfortunately.
Oh,
a
absolutely.
very damn gruesome scene, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's not seeing a decapitated body for the first time is not a pleasant thing. I've seen a few, but the first time was like, oh man, why not? Actually,
it's horrific.
Yeah. No. First one I ever seen was a farmer from Southwest Virginia. He was on the back of a tractor, and for whatever reason, the tractor flipped over, and the wheel well for one of the big wheels in the back flipped over, and just lobbed his head off.
Wow.
And I remember the nurse's name. I remember the nurse. And Tracy, if I ever catch up to you again, I'm gonna give you what for doing that. That was not. That wasn't a pleasant experience. But I don't know why in the world they put that body in a trauma room, other than I honestly don't know. Well, it's been a bit. It's been a bit since I've seen that. Yeah, that's been
extreme trauma, but
when was that? It was 20 plus years ago. 20 plus years ago, when I first started being a respiratory therapist. Not during the college stuff, but yeah, I've heard horror stories from bigger hospitals, bigger places like New York City and stuff like that they get to, PTSD from all the trauma they see on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to that stage. I got to couple of stages where I would have choked the shit out of a couple of OBGYN doctors. But
Certainly.
oh yeah. Luckily, I didn't get caught up in a
Well,
lawsuit, but
yeah, exactly. True.
yeah.
Very true. Well, Shawn,
Our-
it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna give somebody else the opportunity to call in, and
All right, man.
thank you.
Appreciate
And
you.
I'll call in again, and
All right.
sometime I may call you just on a personal level.
That's fine. You got
See
my
how
number.
you're doing and everything else.
You got my number, brother.
Absolutely, and prayers for your mother and sister, and you're a hell of a guy, Shawn, and I hope you get blessed accordingly, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye. Oh, update on my mother and my sister. They're both doing well. Actually, I talked to my mom earlier today, and she seems, I have talked to her after having a hip surgery, probably about a month after my brother passed, and she was out of it. This time is like, am I talking to the right person? But hey, prayer helps is all I can tell you. Prayer helps. And yeah. I have seen some wild stuff. There you go. Hey, Shock, what's up, brother? I have seen some wild stuff, seen some rare stuff, especially in the sleep industry, sleep medicine field. Seen a 1 in a million plus genetic disorder that person just couldn't sleep. It wasn't that they took drugs; their genetic makeup only allowed them to sleep maybe 1 or 2 hours a week. People generally like that do not last. You cannot sleep. You can't not sleep. You got to sleep. Unfortunately, but that's the way. Appreciate you calling in, Big Cole. That was a fantastic story. Got a little gross there, but yeah, got a lot of gross there. 931-994-6917, and we're wow, we've already been at this an hour. Holy cow! Well, I've been having fun, just shooting the breeze with you guys. Yeah, if any, there's been some links dropped down, and for Vault and Lakea, their aunt, Brenda Lee, passed away suddenly, unexpectedly, the last couple of days, and they're trying to raise a little donation money to help with the cost of services and whatnot. Yep, GNA is popping the links in the chat there. So if you feel the vibe, please help out with them. Chase, brother, what's going on with you, man? Where are you at today? Where's the dashboard of your truck pointing? It'll be about the time that you have parked your rig, I would assume, but I don't know. You go through? I believe podcast. Oh, wait a minute, man. What did I do with that? Let me go back here. I was about ready to show this. If this is the same, well, Twitter needs to pop up and do its thing. Twitter gives me yeah, here we go. Report, copy photo, save photo. Share. Let's do this. This will work. Before I forget it, which I'll name it at the end of this, and I'll share, I believe, podcast here in a minute, and sent me a UFO picture, which I will share. I didn't share it the last time I was on there. Jill Saffron, this Friday on Southern Supernatural with my co-host Tina Bice and Danielle Diva Borzan. Jill Saffron is a Celtic tree magician, and she does a lot of spiritual and metaphysical work to help positivity along the way. Give that a shout out with that. I'll have her with the other two ladies, Tina and Danielle, this Friday, 9 p.m. Central, or not 9 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Gee whiz. There you go. But let me get, where is this? Let me open preview. There you go. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, I know you posted the thing. Now I got to grab that thing from Twitter. If I can. Copy photo. All right. Maybe I can do it this way. And paste this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Actually can do this a little bit easier this way. So give me just a second and we'll get this, I believe, podcast. Hobbs, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I believe podcast shared this with me on Twitter. Apparently this is a UFO over top of his house, I'm assuming. And let me read what he wrote on this. This was in Jacksonville, Florida, March 14th of this year, 10 p.m., flying away from me heading north. So I'm assuming. I did ask if it was one of those Elon Musk, those satellites and he's launched. And I don't think they're that far south. I think might have service in probably West Virginia, maybe, and northward of that way. But I don't even know if they got it here. But there you go. What do you think that is? Is that a... Let me pull this up to full screen. And let's see if I can do something with this. You said it was heading away from him. Let's do a negative on this. And nope. I don't see anything there. HDR. I didn't bring out anything. And let's see. Magic color. Doesn't do the thing. Nope. It just distorts it. But there you go. Of course, that is, I believe, podcast. That's in the chat there. So it flew over right here. Flew over when I was on the phone with my dad. So my phone would only take a picture while on the phone call. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Mystery Schooler, what's up? All right. 931-994-6917 if you want to call in. I dropped a couple of links to get into the if you want to come on screen with me. You don't have to have your camera on. You just have to have a microphone. That's all. Share your story or shoot the shit with me or whatever you want to do. You can do it that way. So there you go. Yeah, hit those thumbs up. And hey, Laura, how's your new podcast coming along? Doing all right? Feel free to drop a link to your new podcast if you like. That would be great. 68 people in here, and I have no clue how many thumbs up, but hit those thumbs up. Make sure you share this out with all your peeps, your neighbor's cat, their best friend's cat, that kind of stuff, until everybody knows that this show's on the air. But there you go. So, Bonita, are you at your parents' house or did you go back home? Just got editing another episode. Did that episode I rambled for about an hour ever come out? I can't remember if it did or not. I want to do a live ghost hunt. Who the hell said that? Let's see. Hold on just a second. I don't normally do this, but I can turn the cameras on in the house. I do not. When I did that live feed with Vault Saturday night, I never got the refresh on the the password. I forgot the password, so I don't have the Vault of Nightmares thing there. Bash, Shawn, do live ghost hunts. I'm not going to do ghost hunt in here. No way, no how. That's cool. That is very cool. Let me see if I can get my. Where is it? Remember my password. I keep changing this damn password. Login? No. Shit. What do I do with the password? I always try to change the freaking password because it always pops up. Hey, you've used that password before. Ah, there you go. Now I know what the password is. To camera system and see what's going on. Well, that's not right. Oh, why is? Well, now half my house is offline. What the frick is going on there? And why in the hell is this camera? Okay, hold on just a second. All right. I'll show you this. I have no clue how this got sideways like that because it's in a window and nobody's been in that room. Last time it was me, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Let me see if I can share that. And it definitely wasn't like this. This is actually where I park cars. I have no clue why it's sideways like that. Shouldn't be like that. It should be straight up. It's on a pedestal and not mounted anywhere. Crazy. Oh, there goes the car. But yeah, I've seen all kinds of weird stuff floating through the sky there every once in a while. But there you go. So what's going on, mystery schooler? You doing all right? Let's see. Anything else? Portable. Huh. Upstairs. Let's see what's upstairs. Up there. Hold on just a second. Crazy. Definitely got dark in here pretty quick. Anyway, I don't see anything on the freaking cameras. I'll just leave it as is and not share it out. So there you go. 931-904-6917. If you'd like to call in, there's the number. I dropped the link to get in to be a part of the show that way. If you don't want to call in, all you have to do is have a microphone, a smartphone, or a computer or a tablet, and you're free to. You're in like Flynn. I will jump on StreamYard, but I'm cooking dinner for the kids. That's cool. Angel hair, peas and garlic bread. Oh man, holy cow! I wanted spaghetti so bad earlier today. I need to get some spaghetti sauce and stuff. Is all I can tell you. Somebody got me craving spaghetti earlier. So, anyway, there you go. It sounds delicious, yes indeed. All right, folks. I wish I had Vault's cameras, or I would have showed Vault's cameras, but I don't have the password, and I'm not going to bug Vault and Lakea for something so menial as that during that kind of stuff. So we'll have to put that on hold. So Good old Crossville near Fairfield Glade. You may be familiar. Yeah, I've heard of Fairfield. Drove through it. Crossville, actually, I remember coming from Nashville back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Uh, one winter. KJV, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Been a hot minute since I seen you. I came home one evening from Nashville, and oh, the Volume Nightmares. Look at that, man. Holy cow. All right, Vaught, I didn't expect to hear from you tonight. What's up, brother?
Hey man, I just wanted to tell everybody thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all the well wishes that my family's received, all the people that have sent donations to help support. I just wanted to tell everybody thank you from the bottom of my heart again. I just actually got home from being over there, so we've got a bunch of family coming in, and like I said, trying to make sure everybody's got a place to lay their head and everything for the night.
So, when's the service, Brenda?
The service, she will be cremated Friday, and then the remains will be returned to us, and then the service is going to be held Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. All right. Well,
Yes, sir. I've actually got to go. We're going tomorrow to retrieve the body from the autopsy and to bring it back to the home so it can be sent for cremation.
all right.
And go from there. And we'll know sometime next week the result from the autopsy.
So, did she pass away Sunday or was it Monday?
She passed away sometime after 12 o'clock, Sunday, Monday night, somewhere in there. She was found Monday morning. I know whenever she was found at 8 o'clock, she was in full rigor mortis.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. I know that's a blow and a half for you.
Especially, I'm talking about, I just seen her, just hung out with her Sunday. We just had her oldest grandson just turned 16. We just had a cookout birthday party. Like I said, there's pictures on Facebook from that night of the party. 8 hours later, she's dead. Wow. No, I'm talking about just for no reason. Unexpected.
Everything just went as planned, and well, I guess
that's the reason why we had a autopsy done.
Okay.
Because it literally makes no sense. Healthy people just don't go to sleep and don't wake up. So something had to be going on somewhere. I don't know what it is yet. But
well, hopefully,
I just wanted to tell everybody thank you.
I've been GNA and a few others been dropping links for donations to the service costs.
Thank
and
you
stuff.
very much. Everything is much appreciated. Everything. And I said, I think I did not know. We didn't know she didn't have any burial insurance. She had let her burial insurance lapse, helping take care of her ex-husband. And to be honest with you, I've caused a bunch of funerals, but I've never had to do one, and I did not realize what it costs now. It's even the simplest. We're well into $6,000 right now.
Wow.
So, and that's like I said, that's no frills, no, and she's being cremated with a simple urn. It's nothing lavish and extravagant. She wasn't like that. She would have come back and kicked all our butts from the grave if we'd went other than what she wanted.
Mm-hmm. Well, she sounded like she was for personal, from what you have said, and I caught, paid attention here and there. So she was all giving, and she didn't do much of the receiving part.
She didn't. She was. That's the way she's been, especially anything that had to do with kids. I'm talking about. like I said, she had her ex-husband that they had been divorced for 16, 17 years, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
When he was diagnosed, and they told her son and stuff, look, somebody's going to have to be there to help care for him. She told them without a moment's thought, she cleared out one of her own rooms, even gave stuff away that she didn't have room for, that had a hospital bed set up, and had him brought there and was seeing after him, taking care of him. That's just the kind of person she was. We always joke to them that, they made better friends than ever husband and wife. But I said, that's just the kind of person she was. If somebody needed and she could help in whatever way, that's the way she was. I said, that's who raised me. That's who gave me my grandmother and my grandfather helped out. But like I said, this was my grandfather and grandmother's, it was the youngest girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's who kind of shaped and molded me. It's also where, like I says, where I got my no nonsense, don't give a crap attitude from too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, she looked like she, probably if you cross, if she was like my grandmother or my family, and you crossed, anybody in the family, she would be. You would have to watch out for her, come around and say,
she would.
Yeah.
She would stand toe to toe to anybody, especially for one of her kids,
mm-hmm.
or one of what she called her grandkids. Like she was known as Nana to. I bet you today there was 45. When I say little kids, I'm talking about anywhere from the age of, I'm gonna say the youngest might have been 6, all the way up to 16-year-olds. Stop by today at that house, crying and leaving, wanting to leave flowers and stuff, and bringing cards over. That just in the recent years that she's touched and she's helped.
Wow.
I said, I know it was at least 45 kids. I said, they dedicated this year a bus from the elementary school to her house, which is probably 6 or 7 miles. They called it the Nana Bus.
Really?
Everybody that was going to go, everybody that was going to go, that went to her house got on that one bus. Like I said, it was a whole bus dedicated just to care to her, because she, like I said, she specialized in special needs children, and then kids that were too old for daycare, but their parents didn't get off till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. They couldn't stay there. We're talking about like 10 and 11-year-old kids and stuff. They can't, you can't just leave them there by themselves at the house.
Right.
They had a place they knew to go to.
Holy cow! Well, it sounded like she had the big heart.
Oh,
sure.
She did. A lady told us today. She goes, and we heard it from several parents, but she broke down crying. She said, "I don't know what my family's going to do without her, because she, we knew we could work extra, we could do whatever, and our kids were fed, their homework was done, and they may even be asleep, and they would just bring clothes to catch the bus the next morning, because they knew their kids were took care of."
Right. Wow. Well, I really hate that happened to you. But
I know. I said it's my aunt, but she raised me like one of her own kids, and
right.
That's the only parent that I had left in this world, and I don't have anymore. So
that's amazing. Well, I'm glad that you had that influence in your life.
yes, sir.
God bless you and Lakea and Jeremy and all your other family members that are feeling this loss, for sure.
Well, I said, I hate she's gone, but I hope, and I don't think she suffered the way it looked. I just wish she didn't have to go so soon.
Well, they say that if you're the good souls leave fast. They're here like a
well. Yeah. Well, I said, I don't mean to drag your show down or nothing. I just wanted to
Oh
tell everybody
man,
thank you.
I
And
started this.
I hadn't got a chance.
I started this show
I
out
hadn't got a,
supporting you from the get go, buddy.
well, I thank you very much. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't got to call you. I know
That's all right.
you've got a lot going on with your mom and stuff, and I wasn't trying to lay any extra burden on you.
Well, actually, my mom's doing pretty well. Actually,
Well, good.
for
I'm glad to hear that.
for what
I'm
it is, she's doing a lot better than what I would have suspected was going to go on. But
Are you still going to go to stay with her for a while to help her out, or?
yeah, actually, she officially asked me, which I already said yes, but she officially asked me last night. So
I knew you were. See, that's the kind of person you are. Same kind of person. I said, think of others first. That's where I like you, man. I really, I thank all y'all for being friends with me.
well, man, I appreciate you being my friend. Yeah, there's a lot of instances where just you talking to me for a couple of minutes and helped me out quite a bit. Appreciate it.
And anytime, like I said, that's the only reason I hadn't got a chance to call you. I knew you had your own things going on, and I didn't want to muck up the waters. Because I know you're the kind of person who would drop whatever you're doing to listen to me or whatever. You just the way you are.
Well,
And I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you, brother. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Yes, sir. I thank you. And all of y'all, thank y'all again for all the well wishes and all the prayers you sent out to my family. They're greatly appreciated. Thanks everyone that's sent donations to help my family. They are definitely appreciated. Thank y'all again. And y'all be hearing from me again pretty soon.
All right, brother.
See y'all later. Thank you, man.
All right. Take care. God bless. All right. Vol Nightmares there. Periodically, Gina and myself and a couple others have been dropping links to Vol Nightmares PayPal. Oh, wait a minute. We got another caller here. Give me just a second. All right. Unscreened caller. You're live on air. What's your name and where you from?
Hello.
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 Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello.
Buddy, hello? I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So have a good one.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Depends on what, who is this?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. All right. You'll have to call back. All right, let's see. Oh, wonder where that area code's from. Sounds interesting. Call back. I don't know why you can't hear me, but that's all right. 931-994-6917. Here's the call. All right. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
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 Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hear me?
I can hear
Hello.
you. All right, buddy. I'm sorry about that. Can't hear you. You can't hear me. So.
Hello.
All right. Hello. That's the weird thing is I just got off the phone, got off the Skype with Vol Nightmares off the same app on the same computer. So apparently they need to fix their end, I guess. So let me make sure. Audio visual here and built-in. Yep. There you go. I can see that. And they called back again. All right. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Going once?
Hello.
All right. I'm about done with this one. All right. I am blocking that person. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go through that anymore. Whoever that was. Yeah. All right, we'll block this one. Buddy, I can't hear you, and you keep calling back saying hello, hello, but I'm going to go ahead and stop this right now. There you go. And go down here, and there you go. You are officially not going to call back and say hello, hello again. It just took me a second. I think it was a hot pocket too. Probably. Hello, hello. But they officially can't call me no more. Hey, Danielle. Good to see you. You had a great show the other night. And fantastic. We are going to have, give me just a second. I had Jill, what was that lady's name? Right off the top of my head. Had it, the poster pulled up. Friday night, we're going to have, here we go. Jill Saffron, a Celtic tree magician. She's into metaphysics, just like my co host there in the chat, Danielle Diva Borzan and Tina Bice. It's going to be a fantastic show this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So there you go. There you go. There you go. God bless y'all. And for the folks that are wanting to help out with Ball Nightmares and Lakea and Jeremy's, they lost their aunt and their mother unexpectedly, probably Sunday into Monday morning. And the lady did not have, she just quit doing burial insurance to take care of her ex-husband, and she's just that kind of lady. But they, if you feel like you can, spare a couple, whatever, there's a PayPal and a Cash App that is being dropped right now by Casual GNA and Marquetta. If you'd like to do that, that would be appreciative. I'm sure the family would love it. Vault just hung up, and there you go. And give thanks to all the people that are supporting and well wishes and stuff. And I'll definitely say a prayer at the end of this show for the family. Absolutely. But all right. Wow. We got been on this an hour and a half. Time flies when you're having fun. 931-994-6917. So there you go. I think we did have a hot pocket that was calling in. Whoever's from 980, where is 980? The area code. Let me guess. That's probably freaking California, let's say. 980. Area code is. Where is it? Area code. General purpose map. I don't know. Zip codes. 980 is North Carolina. Well, hate that you had to be a hot pocket all of a sudden, but all right, we got a text message from Johnny Cage. I wanted to text you one of my scariest shadow people encounters, and here we go. Around 1 a.m., I live in a 2-bedroom condo alone, and I sleep with all the lights off and all the doors open. Okay. I hope the outside doors are closed. I got lifted by a black shadow person while sleeping in bed. I heard and felt the vibrating humming sound as the room started to spin. It was as if I had no control, like I was paralyzed from my room to the living room. I was being carried, and it was like I was being carried to the window. I started praying and struggling and moved, felt my body drop on the sofa. I felt sedated, fading in and out. And the whole time when I fell on the sofa, I saw a shadow person walk across the living room from the corner of my eye. I fell down on my side with one arm laying across one of my sofa cushions, and then I was out again. Then awake in my room to the shadow being in my living room. Okay. Excuse me. Been in my living room, then I faded out again. I woke up the next day shocked. It was no way it was a dream. I replayed everything in my mind, walked in my living room and saw my deodorant stains on the sofa cushion where I had laid. Wow. And that is from Johnny Cage. Appreciate that. You can also text that number, 931-994-6917, if you'd like to text it or call in, whichever one it is. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And, Hot Pockets, it's kind of a weird somebody to do a Hot Pocket thing tonight, especially when we're trying to help a fellow friend, brother, Valt and Lakea and Jeremy, as they go through their mourning period with losing Brenda Lee, their aunt and mother. So that's it. Primal Kai said that was an abduction attempt. Maybe. Crazy enough, my sister and I talked at length today about ghost stories and stuff, and she said if Dad was alive right now, he would say that he was abducted at least twice in his life by whatever. Which I actually have gotten her to say, yeah, I'll be on the show, but I've got to figure out how to get on here. So I can honestly tell you, my sister is not one to pull punches. So she'll call a strike, and a ball. So there you go. Great show this evening. I appreciate you, Danielle. You have been a blessing to me and to Tina, of course. Fantastic. So want to call in one night? You're on with Shawn and Tina and ask about a 6-foot+ horned owl I seen. Oh yeah, he's got a crazy story about a horned owl. But there you go. And Blue Moon Sense. She got her 3D printer today, and I learned a new term with 3D printing, which I've never messed with one. Just seen a couple of things. Connor, Bigfoot Anonymous, what's going on? She said, I'm going to be printing my Benchy today. And I was like, or tomorrow. Benchy is the first print project to test out the printer, see if it's going okay. And wow. The little Benchy is a little freaking tugboat about this big. Benchy. 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 Or Benchy. New term. Never heard of it before. 3D printing. I don't think I need to have a 3D printer in my house because I would be trying to 3D print all the freaking toys from the 70s that I played with. Or these 3D masks of Iron Man and whatnot. Hey, doll, what's going on? Oh, Mel Brooks is 95. How the heck is that? Can you believe Mel Brooks is 95? Love Mel Brooks. Little boat. Benchy, yeah. And that is crazy. Benchy. I would be printing up so much useless crap if I had a 3D printer. I mean, I would. Oh my God. What wouldn't I print? Oh, good night there, Hobbs. Appreciate it. Babysitting and taller tonight. Well, Lord have mercy. Toddlers are the coolest things. They just have up to million calories to burn. And they keep going until they pass out. Oh, yeah. Did you go live today, Connor? I didn't see any place where I saw you going live. I think you're going to go live with well, what's his new show? It's not Paranormal Highway later on tonight. Definitely go over there. And check that out. I may head over there for the Paranormal Highway and watch a little bit of that. If I don't feel up to it, I may just go to bed. All right, so we got about 30 more minutes left in the show. If you want to call in, 931-994-6917. And please don't be a hot pocket. If you're going to be a hot pocket, at least talk. Don't say, hello, I can't hear you. Hello, I can't hear you. That's not original. That's just stupid. But at least say something if you're going to be a hot pocket. Can't do anything with that other than tie up my freaking phone line. All right. Definitely. Oh, crap. No, I did not want to poke that. Oh, over here. Here's the link for Volatile Nightmares if you want to donate for Brenda Lee's funeral services and whatnot, the funeral expenses. Hit Marquita up or pay attention to her feed as she's posting. Thank you for doing that, by the way. And just curious, my Wi-Fi just came back on. Thought I was going to miss the whole show. Well, I'm glad that you could jump in here. Just curious. I don't know. Xfinity is my internet provider, and that sucker will go in and out at the drop of a hat for almost all damn day. There was a couple of times that I didn't know if I was going to get to come on. But luckily, knock on wood, it did come back on. And that's the weird thing. Why you pay for the service and they do not, for whatever reason, have a blackout for a day. They don't adjust your bill for that, even though that you're paying for it, and they don't give you service for a day. That doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem fair. Oh well. Off the soapbox and back to the chat. All right. So anything, what did you think about that last, was it abduction? That last one I just read off from, hold on just a second. Yeah, there we go. What was it? Johnny Cage? Sound like an abduction to a certain extent, or it could have been a poltergeist that was going to go and deposit outside Johnny Cage's frame. I guess I don't know. Can you imagine that? I actually had a conversation earlier, which I just highlighted probably about an hour ago, that I got pushed in my wheelchair, got scratched in this house, pushed in this house, and do you think, are you of the ilk that you think that the paranormal supernatural can reach out and touch you? Izzy 28, possession maybe. Depends. Possession can be several different levels. Or let's see, the perfectly possessed. Father Malachi Martin, if you remember that from the Art Bell days, outline perfectly possessed. They invite the possession in and they get along with it until whenever the bill comes due. Could be. I know at least 2, maybe 3 people that I absolutely believe that they're possessed, possibly perfectly possessed, but I don't know. We'll see. I won't see. There are a couple people I don't care to ever have another conversation in my life with, but there's 1 or 2 that I think is perfectly possessed. No. Blues and G says, yes, I can. Yes, they can. I've seen it. They've never touched me, though. Okay. I have talked to my wife's wheelchair slid across the floor one time. I got pushed forward maybe about 2 feet. I could actually feel 2 hands and the small of my back just pushed me forward in my wheelchair, and this literally right there, 2 feet from where I'm sitting right now. But Yeah, I'm young, but I try to listen to old stuff and stay more informed. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, old Art Bell. There'll never be another old Art Bell. I know that's Heather Wade tried to pick up that mantle, but is she still is she still doing a siesta from the program? I know she popped back up for a little bit and then quit and popped back up, and she goes on and goes off. I don't know. I have to look that up. She's still doing in Midnight in the Desert. I don't know. Let's see. Great possession incident and God intervention told in the book The Days Satan Called by Bill Scott. Interesting. What's the history of your house? My house. Hold on just a second. Give me just a second. Be right back. All right. The history of my house was this old place was built by one of the first grocers in the area. This is probably built in the late 1800s. Definitely. There's old hitching posts, remnants of hitching posts out in the backyard. My dad found the remnants when he did some metal detecting, and then the old footprint of the old grocery store slash feed store was right there. Literally 20 feet, 25 feet from the wall that's behind me. I remember that store being there, all my knowledge until about 30 years ago, 35, something like that. Crazy. Yeah. Oh my. I've seen a desk chair swirl all the way around. When I used to work at a Ford in one of the factories, chasing the truth, and a few people passed away in the workplace. Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And there's been several people that have passed away in this house. Two that I know of for sure. Uh, maybe four total, maybe five, depending. Uh, pretty sure at least three or four. Five, if I'm a guessing man. Used to be a young daughter, which I didn't know this until probably spring last year. That was sequestered upstairs. The old man that built this place didn't allow his daughter out. She kept books for the store, and that was about it. She was. I don't even know she went to church. She may have went to church. I have to have that story told to me again. But she never left, and I think that's the ghost upstairs. There's a ghost upstairs of a little old lady, or not a little, a younger spinster-looking lady upstairs, and none of the little ones, none of the moms that, excuse me, sorry about that. Didn't mean. Give me just a second. Let me get some water in me. For whatever reason, my voice ain't doing so hot today. There you go. Let's see. Back to that little lady. Apparently, never left the house. I don't even know if she went to Sunday school or anything like that. But none of the kids are allowed upstairs when they come over because of this thing upstairs. Believe it or not, I had a few run-ins with it. A few people had shit thrown at them in this house. I'll leave it at that. But I don't know. And Gene says I've had to see other things in my life different. Okay, that's cool. I have seen ghosts in hospitals. I've seen definitely shadow figures. Shadow figures. That's probably old news with me talking about them. But yeah, crazy. I had a revelation. Somebody asked me in the community post, revelation about if I had revelations writing, and I definitely had revelations about what these shadow people are that I've seen in my life. So let's see. Did you get attacked start before your accident or after attacks? I've never been attacked. Well, I guess you could probably say that scratch was not wasn't a friendly event, but that was when I named a demon, telling true ghost stories for 2 hours. One late October. So that was probably me just having the wrong thing, that got attention. So let's see. When you finish your book and get it published, I'll be the first to buy it. Well, I appreciate that, Stimulate. I probably will never finish writing until I breathe my last breath. I was telling Shawn today, or was it yesterday or today? I mentioned something about that. She said, "Don't talk about that. Don't want to talk about that." So, anyway, there you go. Topo errors. Yeah. I have been pushed. I have been. I can't say I've been. Had stuff been thrown off the wall in front of me. I was doing a late September on another show as a guest, and I told 2 hours worth of ghost stories for 2 hours to start off September, last day of September into October push off. And I can't remember the name of the podcast or show. It'll come to me, but right before I went into here, something grabbed a hold of an old sconce on a little, it wasn't a sconce, it was a picture of Jesus Christ. Pulled it off the wall. And I still probably have that video from that security camera. And you could see it just literally something grabbed a hold of the picture and pulled it down. Broke the glass on it. So there you go. So Bash, you got a haunted house, huh? Crazy. Yeah, for the folks in the chat there, if you live in a haunted place, apartment, house, wherever, top one if you do live in one. Two, if you kind of suspect, or three, no, you don't live in a haunted house or apartment or whatever, or know of a haunted place. That would be kind of a interesting thing to see what the summation is. Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me of that. I actually upstairs. Three. Gordon says three. Crystal, maybe Blue Moon. Yeah. Julie says she does. I actually have a stuffed Sylvester that I left upstairs for I don't know how long. It was a few weeks. And then all of a sudden the damn thing just flips over. I hadn't been up there. It just went bloop. I have to pull that freaking thing. 1, 2, and 3, Emmanuel. Namuel. Anyway, Delgado. I can't pronounce your that first name. Namuel. Anyway, I butchered that, I'm sure. But there you go. But there you are. Only one? A couple of twos and a bunch of threes. Well, I can honestly tell you, every place that I have ever lived in my entire life had some sort of weird activity. My late brother, his place, God rest his soul. My sister said she spent some time with him at his old place, and she said that damn place was haunted as all get out, and she told my brother that was haunted, and he said, "No, there ain't no haunting here." I said, yes, Bubby, this place is haunted. Oh well. Every place I have, that's weird. Every place, even I can't say Goodies was haunted. I don't think I've seen anything in there. Most places I've ever been to, lived, or worked at, I was haunted, except for Goody's Family Clothing in Norton, Virginia, but that's no longer there. What's there now? Can't remember. But anyway, crazy. Crazy. All right, folks. Got about 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to give up this show and say, hey, we're done. 931-994-6917. If you want to be a part of the show, call in, and I'll post a link in chat. If you want to pop in StreamYard, all you have to have is a microphone if you don't want to be on camera, which that's kind of crazy. This Friday, we'll be doing just a second on Southern Supernatural. Guest with my co-host Tina and Danielle. Will be interviewing Jill Saffron. She is a Celtic tree magician, and she's into positivity and metaphysics and the whole thing. Wonder how many people live in a haunted house but just can't perceive any of it. I'm sure something will. Anything's possible. Sue says, wow, my late mother had a cross nailed to the wall at the head of her bed. The house she moved into was very strange happenings. That cross landed at her feet while asleep. Ooh, man. Something didn't like a cross, that's for sure. Better than saying suffering suffered. Yep. There you go. Yeah, that damn stuffed thing just went. Julie, how long was that thing up there? It was a good week before it moved. I would think. Yanked the blanket back and went, yeah, I'll have to. It's been a bit since I've seen that video, but I believe it's still on this computer, on this MacBook. Pretty sure. I'll have to go look and find that thing. But I have caught so many. Hey, Holly, what's up? At least, yeah. At least a week. And I just, there's so much crap that was going on upstairs to the point where, it almost sounded like there was one morning I was talking to somebody on the phone, and it sounded like somebody just ran as fast as they could. And to the point where I was waiting for somebody to jump through a window that fast. Didn't slow down. Ran the whole length of the second floor. Boom, 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 boom. And I was waiting for the crash. Never happened. But there you go. Holly, I appreciate you popping in. Hope that you're feeling all right. For the folks that have joined late, been trying to do a little bit of help for Lakea and Vault and Jeremy. They lost their aunt / mother figure for Vault, but mother to Jeremy. She passed away late Sunday into Monday morning, unexpectedly. And unfortunately, she, the giving person she was, gave up her burial insurance to help her ex-husband, which I forgot to ask how he is. If anybody knows how Walt's uncle was doing, I'm pretty sure he's still with us. But Julie, hey, what's up? Appreciate you jumping in there. Two Julies in the chat. One's Blue Moon, and the other is Julie. Oh, good Lord. Send some prayers, doll. Yep, there you go. Prayers work. Honestly, they do. There are so many studies out there. If you're into science, which I'm a science guy. I can't say I'm not, but science is used like a crutch when you can't win an argument. Well, it's not science. Well, you don't know to understand the science. It's like the hey, Shell, what's up? Been a while. Sorry to hear about the recent losses. Love, prayers, and positive vibes. Yep. Unfortunately, well, I appreciate everybody that has been praying for my mother and my sister. And I can honestly tell you, my mother, her mentality, which I fully expected her to, more often than not, if you have something that major happen, you got a hip replacement, which she had a hip replacement and some hardware attached to her knee and whatnot. You wake up kind of a little goofy, a whole lot of dementia, and she didn't do that this time. So thank God for that. Thank you for all the prayers and stuff for her, my mother. Which eventually, I think I'm going to wind up moving in with and help, watch after her for a little bit, for however long that will be. But there you go. There will probably be a day or two that I may not be able to do this show just because of the move, which I have no clue when that's going to happen. But it is in the foreseeable future. But I appreciate everybody that has thought about me and my family, and definitely about Vault and his family with the loss of Brenda Lee, his aunt / stand-in mother. So, and Marquetta is doing the Cash App and the PayPal. I appreciate that, Gene. God bless you. Got about 8 more minutes, and then we'll call this thing a tap out and say, okay, I am done with this one tonight. Got a couple of people that I probably will be, instead of doing one scheduled show a week with a guest, which again, this Friday we'll have a special guest on with Southern Supernatural. My co-host Tina and Danielle will have Jill Saffron, Celtic tree magician. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably be doing some readings that night for sure. I don't know. I have no clue. Pressure. Oh, I appreciate that, Julie. Hey, y'all. Can't beat that Southern slang. Hey, y'all. I forgot what somebody was telling me earlier, that it wasn't my southern voice that or southern accent that put people to sleep. It was, I forgot what it was. Velvet something. I can't remember what the hell it was. I was like, all right. I thought it was just my southern voice. Well, thank you, Bonita. Appreciate that greatly. But 931-994-6917. If you want to be a part of the show, call in or text or whatever. If you don't feel like calling in, texting is just as good. We'll be closing out the show here in just a little bit. Sue, that's wonderful news, and you're a good son. Oh, I try. I can't say I'm the best son. Yeah, I can't say I'm the best son in the world. But, the circumstances are as they are, and might as well do what I can. Family's family, after all. When everything's said and done, if you can't rely upon your family, well, what else you got to rely upon? Close friends that are family. Yeah. I can honestly tell you, the events that happened to me in the last 5 months, I can tell you I've got some solid friends. Got some freaking awesome friends. And I appreciate each and every one of them that have been in my life. So, not that I was the best friend in the world at all, but I appreciate each and every one of them. And my ex-wife, actually. That's kind of crazy. Believe it or not, I'm still friends with my ex-wife. That's kind of crazy, but I've had a couple people say, "What?" Yeah, I'm still friends with my ex-wife. So there you go. And a little black heart from Blue Moon Julie. Absolutely. But oh yeah. All right, we got about 5 more minutes, and we'll call her a night if nobody's wanting to join the show, which this is kind of a slow show. Well, not so slow. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a hot pocket. That what all their imagination was, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Well, I appreciate that, Big Cole. I appreciate that. I'm not trying to toot my horn. This is, there's something that's coming up and may affect programming or my ability to do this show for a day or two, but it's only temporary until I get my studio reconstructed or whatever. But I'm sure it won't be down that long. Why not? No scene in fighting all the time, right? Yeah. I had my share of fights over stupid, non-existent stuff. So I'm done with that. And luckily, I am absolutely done with that. But hey, Shawn, nobody's perfect or screwed up sometimes. Well, I could probably be the poster boy for how fucked up is fucked up. I'm fucked up. So, yeah, I try to be, but sometimes it don't translate out to being a stand-up guy. I got my own faults, and I'm not definitely not a stand-up guy sometimes. Not that my intentions were otherwise. I really. Hey, Joshua, what's up, buddy? What's going on with you, brother? You want to call in 931-994-6917 and last call for alcohol. Family first, absolutely. You cannot go through this life without having family in your life. Well, yeah, I guess you can. I'll take that back. I'm sure there are a ton of people out there that would say otherwise. But God bless them if they don't have that resource in their life. Still friends with first husband as my son's father. That's it. Well, I never ever had a kid. So I never had that with my ex-wife. Came pretty damn close with them having a kid once, but it didn't come through. But luckily, I'm still with that lady. God bless her. That being said, all right, I believe I'm going to say, hey, if you haven't been over to Vault of Nightmares 2.0, go over there and subscribe to his channel. It's going to be down for a little bit while they mourn and go through the mourning stages of losing Brenda Lee, his aunt, and Lakea's aunt, and Jeremy's mother. And Marquita and Gina have been posting links to Lakea and Vault's Cash Apps and PayPals and stuff. If you feel the need to donate, they need a little help with the funeral arrangements and whatnot. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, definitely, if you got anything in you other than a good prayer or a thumbs up, hit a thumbs up. Prayer doesn't cost you anything other than the time and the intent to do so. Send a prayer over. That's great. All right, folks, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and say a couple prayers here and then call her a night. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, in love and mercy, you established a perimeter of protection around all of us and all our loved ones, those who pray for us and those that love them. May the holy angels guard us and all our possessions, establishing a perimeter of protection around all of us, rendering us immune from any kind of demonic influence. I ask that no demonic bondage, door, demonic entity, portal, astral projection, or disembodied spirit may enter the space of 100 yards in all directions from us. I ask that any demons within this vicinity or any that should try to enter here be rendered deaf, dumb, blind, that thou would strip them of all weapons, armor, power, illusion, and authority, that thou would bind, rebuke, and disable them from communicating or interacting with each other in any way. Remove them, sending them directly to the foot of thy cross. Jesus, Son of the Most High, ask this in thy glorious and most holy name. Amen. Please, God, look after Lakeia, look after Walt and Jeremy and all of their family members as they transition and go through this stage of life that we all have to go through. Help them out and bless them, and in those low times, send your angels of mercy and help. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, folks, I think that is all I'm going to do for tonight. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to pop in the description Walt and Lakeia's Cash App and their PayPal. So if you want to, after the fact, if you listen to this show and you just find out that Walt and Lakeia and Jeremy have lost their aunt/mother, Brenda Lee, if you want to, help out a little bit, however much that is, or if you just want to send a prayer doesn't cost a thing, but that helps out quite a bit. So anyway, God bless y'all. Thank you for all the prayers. And for the folks that are following my daily counting of what I'm writing about, if you want to ask questions in the community tab for Chasing the Truth, Shawn G, you are more than welcome to ask, because I have actually remembered quite a bit based off your questions and answer sessions that I do with that. You never know. But God bless you, and keep it between the mayonnaise and mustard. So there you go. And here we're going. We're out here.